What if I asked you to tell me where you live without actually telling me where you So live? The first time I wrote a poem was telling my teacher where I lived without telling her where I lived. And that's what made me fall in love with poetry. Aside from reading the classics and falling in love with Dr. Maya Angelou, I learned to write poetry by explaining my emotions and explaining scenery. Welcome back to 100 Days with Jael. My name is Jael Peace. I am a writer, creative, fashion designer extraordinaire. Okay. I have since published my second poetry collection. I know what happened to the wind. Most people want to write poetry and they just don't know where to start. But I love poetry because it gives you the space to express yourself. I primarily write free verse and prose is my absolute favorite, although people say prose is unhinged. But that's a topic for another day. I love the last line when it hits, then it makes you want to go back and start it over again. I'm going to read a poem, a really short prose from my second poetry collection. And if you like it, it's on Amazon. Get the book. Support a Black poet, period. The poem is called Pride. We're going to dissect it together, and it's probably going to help you write your first poem. Maybe start with a free verse, but if you're more adventurous, write a prose. One day, you will let me love you properly. You make it difficult for me to love you. Your flaws have built a fortress that nobody will be able to get through. Let me love you. That is a man talking to a woman. I watched the words spill from your lips, sweet with edges that drew blood. I wanted the same things as you, but life had its way with me, left my knees raw from kneeling at altars that were never holy. Imagery of suffering in love, the imagery of giving up yourself for another person to be seen, to be deemed as worthy. And the person is saying that I can't love you. You're not worthy of my love because you have these walls up and your walls are making it impossible for me to love you. It tore my reverence like cheap lace, left me with nothing but the pride I had to rebuild after your wreckage. She's explaining that she cheapened herself and that she let her guards down. He's saying she didn't let her guard down, but she's saying that she let her guard down and she cheapened herself and she lost her worth trying to find love in him, and she couldn't even get that. And she says, I did not want a fixer. I craved my equal. You handed me the blueprint. You broke me, and now you're telling me that you can't love me because I'm broken. Reading it at first glance really doesn't say that, but the more you read it, the more you're able to dissect it. There is meaning to it, a deeper meaning, and that is really why I love prose, because you don't necessarily have to over explain, but just give language to the feelings and be able to describe the feelings with sights, sounds, emotions, all of the above. So that is exactly why I like prose. So if you're thinking of writing a poem, write a prose, and I will see you tomorrow.